Yo, what's up? It's your boy DJL7. We are live, and today things are a little different. Before we were having some cutouts, but we actually moved to Facebook Messenger. So, I guess it's more of a podcast type situation. But the audio's a little bit smoother here. So, saw we missed last week. Oh no. All right, seems like we lost him. Yeah, try to redial. Okay, not sure exactly what's happening there. Okay, you may have lost connection. Who knows what's really going on? I'll wait for a couple minutes, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh well. 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 Type in something. Let's see. Yo, what's up? You there? Yeah, I lost you for a second. Yeah.
Hello?
Let me see if I stop the live stream. Hold up a second. Yeah.
Huh?
Let me see if I stop the live stream. Let me see. No, we still live. We still live. Okay.
Great. Sorry about that, guys.
Not
Hey, good
happens.
morning.
Yeah, it's cool. All right. So yeah, we are live. Actually, we're still live. I don't know how it
Perfect.
is. It's all good. Yeah. So interesting enough. I just checking my Facebook right now. I know we're going to talk about Ramos being mayor, but apparently, Gays Against Groomers is starting a chapter here. Interesting. Okay. Now that this Rachel, I actually asked her for an interview, but she didn't. That makes me feel like there's more collusion going on, but we're gonna get to that later. Yeah. Well, actually,
Yeah.
yeah, that's. Oh well. Anyways, interesting to see who they got lined up here. Okay, either way, there are no Asian Americans on the panel. I don't think. Whatever. As usual. Oh, they call themselves gays. That's hilarious. Okay, whatever. Oh, they're selling tickets. Okay, whatever. That's on the side. Okay, so let's get back to the issue at hand. So we were talking about, to start off the show, we had talked about I talked with my friend Mark Safman, and we were talking about what's going on in Astoria, right? Yeah, and he was like, he doesn't really know Kleinman, right? Yeah, he's also disappointed by Tiffany. We're gonna see where that lines up. But one thing he talked about was he said maybe Jessica Ramos would be running for mayor and maybe she'd be a good candidate. And I thought to myself,
Mhm.
interesting, yeah. So now I think Ramos is actually the labor secretary, and thank you for introducing me to her. That was really cool, man. That was,
Yeah.
yeah, very high quality connection right there, and I really appreciate that. So,
No
if we,
problem, bro.
yeah, so if Jessica Ramos, do you think she would run for mayor? Do you think that's something she's planning, or do you think that's like,
I don't think she's planning. I think she's thinking of it, but I think she should run. I think she's a better person than these other people. They want to push into our faces to try to run for mayor. This is most coming from the WFP. They want to push for mayor. Jessica Ramos is affiliated with the Working Families Party, so she has the advantage with that. She took out Peralta. Peralta was a big ally in the IDG in the what is it? The not IDG. Tripping. The IDC. That was called the Independent Democratic Conference. That was full of Democrats, was caucus of Republicans. So Ramos took Peralta out. So,
Interesting.
I mean, I think she should run. I mean, she has the advantage. She's the chair of the state senate labor committee, so she could get a lot of endorsements from the unions. So, I mean, only thing about Adams is Adams will try to do what he got to get those endorsements too, and try to say, "I'll give you those better contracts for your members. Just give me endorsement." It's a lot of things he will do. I mean,
So if what's the
so,
relationship of Adams with the Working Families Party?
huh?
What's the relationship of Mayor Adams with the Working Families Party? Kind of cool, kind of not cool. What do you think is going on there? We may have lost. Yeah. Oh no. All right, folks. We have some dropouts on the auto. Yeah, it is what it is. Peralta is interesting. I'm just gonna share some information on this guy. Let's take a look. Apparently he was a former New York City detective or something. We'll see. Oh no, Jose Peralta. I was looking at Jake Peralta. Okay, he's Dominican. Interesting. Okay, there's a lot of Dominicans in politics. A lot. I'm actually, surprised by that. Okay, let's see what we could learn about Jose. Okay, so he has some dream acts so to help, undocumented people, which appreciate. Um, Take a look on his Wikipedia right here. She's look out this guy. He served next to the Assembly and the Senate. He represented Jackson Heights and Woodside. Okay, I know that area. So, may not have been around when I was around. We just didn't happen to relate on that one. Okay, let's see. I got another call. Let's see over here. Okay, let me see. Give me a second. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh no. Okay, sorry. Give me a second. Give me a second, Chris. Give me a second, Chris. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Let me call him. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. Sorry, buddy. You can hear me now?
Okay, now, man.
All right. Cool, man. Yeah, I see that Peralta won by a landslide in 2010. I was just looking up on the Wikipedia, so it seems like he had good support, but Ramos did a good job in unseating him, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so that probably was an upset, right? So he was expected to win.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think the Working Families Party has another candidate that they might have in mind, or should it be like a top?
Yeah, Zelda Myrie. Zelda Myrie. It could be me, Zelda Myrie. I mean, you got to put state senator against these people. Not a state senate member. You got to put state senator. I mean,
Okay. So Myrie's going to be where from? You mean
probably
is that the same Myrie that I'm thinking about?
he served my district. He served 20th district.
Okay, so that's uptown, right? Yeah, I'm thinking about the Myrie from Prospect Park. That's another one. Okay. All right, cool, man.
Senator Myrie. Zelda Myrie.
Maybe it's the one I'm thinking about. Is his district cover Prospect Park?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Zelnor Myrie. Okay, Zelnor Myrie. I thought Myrie was his first name. My bad. Yeah, because I just but yeah, he actually I appreciate some of the things that he's done. So he seems pretty cool to me so far. I don't know him perfectly, but what do you know about Myrie?
He's a state senator. He unseated Jesse Hamilton. He's a lawyer too.
Okay.
He covers Macy like the whole time. Yeah.
What is his base to make him a stronger candidate than Ramos?
He had the black population, the Central Brooklyn, Caribbeans and African Americans.
Oh, I see. Okay, so he'll get. I see. So just politically wise, just like adding up the numbers, they're just looking for that power. Okay, interesting. Okay, really appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
So if they were gonna make moves, what are some things that they would do beforehand that you set up a pack and stuff like that, so we could watch their the FEC filings?
They gotta build a base. The problem is they gotta build a base. They gotta get that. They gotta get those moderate voters and those conservative voters. They're not gonna win. They're not gonna be honest about the moderate voters and the conservative voters, because Adams can get the conservatives and the moderates easily.
Okay. So if we start seeing them going to a lot of events in different districts and stuff, that's kind of like a signal that it's coming, right? Well, they probably get the paperwork done first. They don't want to do all that work without having the paperwork done. But they might, you know, we will see, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Let me see if I had it written down. What the other topics I had to speak about? Okay. So, oh yeah. Okay. So, anything else you want to say about Ramos running for mayor?
Basically, that I hope he does. Hope she does run.
Yeah. You should get her for an exclusive interview on your channel sometime. You know what I mean? I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try to get
Thanks
one
for the
too. Yeah.
advice. I appreciate it.
She's super busy. Yeah. I think you have had some exclusive interviews coming up. Yeah. I think that's where your show could really take off if you started to
Mhm.
really, leverage right your knowledge
Yeah.
and your connections. Right. Yeah. And yeah, I think that would actually
Yeah.
be interesting for myself as well. I would appreciate that. Cool. All right. Let's move on then. Yeah, by the way, Jessica Ramos, I'm definitely waiting for you to be on my channel. I know you're super busy, but that would be super cool. I do run into you here and there. We'll see what's up. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Chelsea Houses, right? Yeah. It was cool to run into you at that event. And the thing is that was a community board 4 meeting. Now, I've been meaning to get involved in my local community board. I actually stopped by the local community board recently. But, they weren't, like, there was one person in the office and they were like, yeah, you got to come back and all this other thing. So, but community board does actually make some powerful decisions. I actually got involved. I think I told you about my past working with some not-for-profits. And I do remember that the community board was actually responsible for... Now, even though your city taxes don't look like that much, the city has quite a bit of money off of them taxes. And they're raising money in other ways, too. And the community board actually approves, right, or they make recommendations for funding from, like, Department for the Aging. So you got, like, your senior citizen centers, which are huge, like, electoral, like, it's not supposed to be. It definitely is. It is what it is. I'm not trying to say anybody's really, it's just going to happen. You cannot really separate those two things, right? Yeah? There's going to be some, even if with the best intentions, there's going to be some maverick that just does whatever, you know what I mean? So it's really hard to control. We need better enforcement, but it's hard to enforce, when people aren't watching, right? After the lights go out, right? Yeah, everybody goes out and does whatever, right? So, oh well. But the Chelsea Houses, there was actually a community board meeting, and I was under the impression that going to the meeting, that we would be able to actually, stop the demolition on multiple grounds that they were trying to say. But when we showed up, no vote was held. Now, you actually, if I'm correct, you actually are on your community board yourself, right?
Yeah, community board 8.
Yo, man, much love and respect, man. I don't know how much time you get to spend over there. But what is the process, right? Like, because I've been on, like, the tail end, right, or been affected by the community boards, but I haven't really gotten to participate in the community board myself. Is there a procedure to maybe force a vote or something like that? Or maybe do, like, a referendum within the community board?
What you mean? Sorry,
Well, the thing is that what we're trying to seek is, right now, they are actually lining up the Chelsea Houses and also Penn Station as well for demolition. And
yeah.
the thing is that as being a public housing activist for a while, there's multiple reasons why this goes down. And I should actually, one of the reasons is because they want to break the history of tenancy, right? Yeah. So the thing is that when the tenant has a history of actually being in the apartment for a long time, it gives them a greater claim to the property. And this is one way to weaken that claim. There's also the apartments as they exist now were promised for sale to some residents. It's available to them and is protected by some 964 regulations and things like that, which I think are, by destroying the apartments, they can actually also impact, the rules on how that whole thing gets pushed out. So. What I would like to do, right, because they said that there's going to be no vote held at this particular meeting, they said it was just for public session or public comment. What use is commenting if you have no particular right? Yeah. So is there a way through community board to, like, maybe force a vote on the issue, or maybe collect a referendum if the vote doesn't go our way? Do you know of any particular? I don't expect you to know this, but would you know of any particular mechanisms that exist to make something like that happen?
What you mean, like making it for the?
Well, we could ask for a vote to be held, right? Yeah, on the. That's what I tried to do at the meeting, right? While we had all the people there, right? If they had to vote right there and do it publicly and say like I'm for rezoning or not for rezoning, we would film it. We would have all the people screaming no, 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 right? Yeah, that's probably why they didn't have the vote. You know what I mean? Honestly, but is there a way to actually how is it like Robert's Rules of Order? Someone sits down, they make a motion for the motion on the floor for a vote.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, is that comes from the top? That comes from the top. You know.
Okay. So is it like a county committee where they select the district leader and then that person making all the decisions?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's another thing that I just want the people in and the thing is that you may have noticed that Marquez, right? Yeah, I know you said that he's whack. I have my own questions about him. I do appreciate some of the work that he does. But one of the things that also makes me concerned about Marquez, right? Yeah. Which I'm not going to say he's all bad, okay? Like, I don't believe that, right? I appreciate what he does. But one of the things that we've been pushing is this county committee and getting actual people in public housing themselves to empower themselves, right? Yeah? It shouldn't be up to me. It shouldn't be up to the developers, right? The residents, really, they're the public, they're the community. I don't even live in Chelsea, right? Yeah, what am I even freaking doing over there? But I want to help the community to really empower themselves. So the thing is that we're trying to get regular people in public housing to run for county committee. RPPH has never really. Right, I know that Marquez is running for district leader himself, which is interesting.
He's already district leader. He's already district leader.
Okay, so my bad. He's already district leader. Okay, but the thing is that right, if you really want to empower public housing, which you really want to happen, technically, we should have a bunch of public housing people in county committee. That's what I think. So. Look, maybe there's other concerns about that, and I ain't mad, right? Like, but I would like to have this conversation. That's something I want to talk about with him later on. But what do you think might be a reason for him to not really promote county committee as a way to empower actual public housing residents? He's the district leader himself, he should understand.
And the thing is, it's about Rep My Block. That's the problem is the person that's behind Rep My Block. It's Dio Chino.
So, screw the ideals, screw that, it's just about personal politics. That's what this is?
Yeah, and Marquise works for, I think he works for Common Justice. He works for Common Justice. Common Justice gets a lot of grants. They get a lot of grants and government money and donations and foundation money. They get a lot of money. Marquise he has a lot of hats, but his main thing now is, I think, it's Common Justice. And he's trying to stay in that, and he's not gonna let a Theo Chino ideology get in his way with that. The
ideology of empower the people.
It's not. It's the concept. It's just Theo Chino name behind that he's not going to allow it. I'm just telling you this right now.
Interesting.
I mean, I'll tell people you should just try to get on your community board. This is my advice to people. Get on your community board. Try to attend community board meetings. Try to organize and start attending a lot of these other meetings too, especially when it comes to the city, because it's free. The government is funded by our tax dollars. You can attend those events.
I gotta get to that. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that because there's actually something called Riseboro here in Queens, which is, Bushwick, which is quite problematic. It's
real corrupt.
Yeah.
The attorney general who funds that nonprofit is going to investigate the nonprofit. Like, come on, it's not going to work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so I won't be joining my own local one, but hopefully we could find. I'm gonna start telling my people to start investigating that and tell them to join the community board, right? Yeah. If they didn't put themselves in place in time, they're gonna get whacked. And I'm sorry to say, yeah. So they have to find a way to force themselves in. Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for letting me know about that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah.
No problem, bro.
Okay. Another thing that's so Chelsea houses, I'm not really optimistic about that. We have a bit more work to do, and I'll be taking this on my desk and giving them some recommendations. Another thing coming up this big week, which is pretty big, is Climate Week's coming up. I think they said 400,000 people attended last year. This year should be maybe 500,000. Now the thing is that I have a lot of concerns about Climate Week and a lot of concerns about fossil fuels. And just like any industry, they're trying to predate on government money and the poor people to roll out their plan. And I'm trying to run a renegade event to try to address some of that. There's a weird echo, yeah? It is what it is. But there's a weird echo on my side. So I'm trying to organize a renegade event right now. We're going to see if that actually pops off. Oh, wait. Before I... Also be... I'm sorry, I just remember one thing I wanted to ask about. So, what do you think is the tie between Marquez and Carlina Rivera? Is Carlina Rivera attached to that not-for-profit that you mentioned earlier?
She has to mingle with them. To be honest, yes, she has to mingle with them. That's how she stayed elected and reelected.
You said it was Common Cause or something? What was the name of that group again?
Common Justice. Common Justice.
Common Justice, okay. So, do you think that, what do you think is the tie between Marquez and Carlina Rivera? Or maybe you don't know yet.
It's a non-profit that she worked with. She worked with those she works in hand with those non-profits. So she has to deal with the guys.
So she might be actually paying like Marquez's salary?
Probably through donations, like discretionary funding, stuff like that.
It could be, or it could be through yeah, he did make a trip to another thing that I saw about Marquez though, right, is he actually made a trip to Albany. But he was trying to make a bus there, but I saw the picture of him in Albany, and it was just him. There was nobody else there. So I kind of felt bad for him. But when I see people all alone, it makes me feel like they don't have the establishment backing because it may mean they don't have the people backing. I don't really know, but if he really had so much money and hookups, then he'd be able to bring a bus of people with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, why is this guy all alone in this picture? That's very rare. So I was wondering what's going on. Like I'm still just trying to figure that whole thing out. Okay, so I didn't know he was a district leader already. Yeah, damn, you know it all, man. I thought I knew what was going on with this guy. No, I don't. You know more somehow. Yeah. Hey man, much respect, man.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the climate week. Yeah, we're trying to do a renegade event. We'll see if that pops off. And maybe we could even bring some. Unfortunately, there's so much money for buses to come to New York and all this thing, and a lot of real people are suffering. Like the people in Chelsea houses, they're going to get displaced. And maybe we could, have an event and maybe capture some of the money that they're keeping away from us to try to help their issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. All right. So. By the way, do you have any experience with any? I feel like the legal community is kind of like betraying. I know that Legal Aid Defense Fund or something like that is actually supposedly helping the people at Chelsea. I don't trust them at all. Do you know any other? Maybe we should start another lawsuit. Yeah, to really try to hold up the process.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like you gotta fight for yourself. Like the thing about the legal aids and the neighborhood defenders and all. Like I said, we said this about 2 weeks ago. Those organizations, they get government money. They get a lot of government money. They get a lot of donations. They get a lot of foundation money. They get a lot of money. And what happens is you'd be surprised of who donates to those foundations. It'd be those same developers. So of course those foundations gonna say, well, don't go crazy. Don't say that about the developers because the developers fund them. So it's just a lot of weird stuff that goes on.
Yeah, but
not to say they don't do bad. They do bad work because they're certainly like legal aid do.
Yeah. There's a parade of victims who've been left behind by legal aid. So I don't trust them at all. Yeah. Oh well. So. Yeah, I could hear that there's a delay. I can hear the echo on your side, and then I can hear that that's when you hear it. So, pretty much I'm almost done. Is there anything else that you want to talk about this week?
Nothing else. It's just been parades, helping perk our city council, and that's it. I mean, it's been a real light week.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on the program again, man. I need a break, and honestly, I need to re-up. So.
No, we got to talk about gag. Wait. We got to talk about gag. You said about gag.
Oh, yeah, gays against groomers. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about cutting back my activism in a big way. I really don't have any other choice. I'm really right at the wall now, so it's just a bad times. But you'll get the action you deserve. That's just the fact. So. Anyways, so let's take a look over here. So Okay. Here I see. So look, Gays Against Groomers. I went to one. Who is this group? Actually, there's this lady. Okay, so what do you? This lady named Jamie Mitchell. I've never seen her at anything. Rachel, I met her at one event. Who else do I know here? A lot of these. Justin, I've met Justin. He's part of Guardians of Divinity. But a lot of these other faces I've never seen. Let me send you the actual the flyer here if you want. Yeah.
A lot of these other faces I've never seen. Let me send you the actual here.
Launch party? I thought they already existed. What's going on? Maybe they're launching to get money, or maybe they actually did the paperwork.
Maybe they're
I just sent you the link.
Bro, gay group been out.
What's that?
What's that?
Gay group's been out. They've been out.
Yeah, but they say they're having a launch party and fundraiser. When is this? It's going to be on September 10th. Oh, that's today.
September 10th.
At 4 o'clock on the Upper East Side.
At 4 o'clock on the Upper East Side.
I think I know where they're going to have it, but I'm not going to blab.
I think I know. I'm not going to blab.
But interesting. What's? I think they're trying to line something for the President's
I think they're trying to line
something for the so what do you want to say about them? I just saw that there's I just saw that somebody that on my feed posted that, so I just was like, okay, what's this? But I don't think I'm going.
Feed posted that, so I just was like, okay, what's this?
This is not really my priority. I just keeping track of what's going on.
I don't think
I didn't really have much.
Yeah, like because I don't like that club.
This is not really my priority.
But, like the thing is.
I don't really have much to say about it.
They can be real squeamish, and they don't understand. Oh, why the hell we can't get support because those dude.
You're breaking up a little bit. You said something about they can't get support or something. What?
Oh, why we can't get support? I'm like, well, because you guys act all squeamish, and you guys like. It's not about gay. I'm talking about the Metropolitan Republican Club. I'm like, they get real squeamish and they think they're better than everybody else. I'm like, well, you guys don't even have. I can't. You have a screenshot because it says unavailable.
Oh really? Okay. Oh, it's. Are you banned by Jesus? Oh yeah, I'll send you a screenshot. Yeah. Or
I blocked him. I blocked Jesus. I blocked his ass.
That's why it is. That's why it is. Okay. Like I'm not really that. This group and stuff, they haven't really given me. They gave Teaching Liberty an interview. They didn't give me an interview. It's a little weird to me, but they're picking. It makes me suspicious. I'm sending you the.
Yeah, I don't know, but I got better things to handle. You know what I mean? Like screw that. You know, I got better things.
I feel you on that, but they're it's just interesting to see who's around and see who's trying to make moves because I think they're trying to set up. Some type of base here in New York City. So I just like to see stuff. Yeah, like not like it's completely like what I'm all about. Actually, there's something else more interesting. I used to actually go to a lot of events in the like b-boy events, and actually I don't know if you heard it. Do you know b-boy Quan?
Never heard of him.
He always wore like a specific style hat. I saw him at like a lot of events, and he just got back to me. He's actually just won some activism award, B-Boy Original Activism. So I may have him on the channel soon. And he used to hang out at all the skate key events and stuff like that, right? Yeah, with City Breakers and stuff like that. So that should be pretty cool. I'm really excited to find out more about this particular guy. What he's
I see the flyer. I see the flyer. I'm not going. That's some bullshit. I am not going. That's probably.
Who are these guys? Do you recognize any of the personnel? Rachel's the one that I recognize.
Never heard of them. And I think that's because of optics. I think it's because of optics.
They're choosing, right? They
you don't see. I never saw those guys out there fighting the Dracula story hour stuff.
I recognize Justin and I recognize Rachel, and that's it. But Rachel, I only met at one event, and a lot of these other cats, right? Yeah, they're not really on the front lines. Who are these people that all of a sudden getting elevated, right? Yeah. It's maybe they've been having their own internal stuff, right? But I haven't really seen it, so interesting. But we'll have to see what's up. Justin, I do recognize though. Yeah, maybe I recognize Justin. Maybe it's someone else, but I think I do recognize him. It's all good. Whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Oh, you said you got going to an event today, right? Yeah. Final 5 stuff like that. I'm interested. Yeah, and I also came with the recent
Final 5
voting.
No. What?
Oh no, that's just something else that I'm trying to keep an eye on. I didn't say you're going to that. That's just another thing that I'm watching. Yeah, I want to see what happens with that. I've been,
Oh.
yeah, that's some. Also, I did a recent. I'm just talking about things that I've recently been looking at. Yeah. Also, I've recently been following. I'm still following the Asian American stuff with Stephen Lee. We actually reached out again, but I actually did a morning live stream before this show, talking about connections
Yeah.
of Asian Americans through different communities and stuff. So that's something I'm still watching, and we'll be moving on, either with you or independently on. Yeah, so that's just coming up. I definitely encourage people to watch
Yeah.
that other live stream. I talked about Grace Mang, I talked about Christopher Bay, I talked about Susan Lee, talked about a lot of players in the game. Yeah, so China Mac, Will
Hmm.
X Ham. So interesting. Yeah, and also Will X Ham is not really around any of the New Leaf Democrat stuff, which is interesting as well. Maybe he'll show up later though. I think he'll be embraced. We'll see. We'll see. Something's up though in that community. Something's going on. Yeah. Can't wait to find out though. Alright, that's basically it, man. Anything else?
No, no.
Alright. Cool, man. Thanks for coming on the program. It's good to have you back.
All right. Take care.
Alright, well done, my brother. Peace.